having insecurities is normal because you have to have something that you have to focus or work or perfect. You have to have that one thing that makes you bad inside for you to overcome. I over my jealousy is something I like. How I go over my jealousy is accepting that what you have, I don't have. Yeah. We need to know our strengths. We need to know what is in our hearts. Don't run away from it. I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to everyone. We mustn't run away from what you think is passion. It's not your passion, it's your purpose. You just need to be passionate about that purpose. Build it.
This lady next to me is, she's a dynamite in small package. I call her that. She's doing amazingly well in our province in Mpumalanga. Yesterday she hosted Miss Nanni, where she's actually empowering young girls. We had few girls that actually started entrepreneurship through her brand, Eulender Nanni. I'm talking about teenagers, guys. And when we discussed it with her, when we talked about finding a purpose with Eulender Nanni, with me, God, she's actually the right person to head on the concept of finding a purpose with Eulender Nanni, because somehow she managed to maneuver with my teenager and raise my funds during a COVID, but a business during a COVID. Who does that? Eulender. So I would like us to give her a round of applause and welcome her to the house. And as you can see, guys, our space is intimate. There's a vibe. Yeah, we are vibing. If you want to dip in, you almost went back. But without a bell in your hand and a sash. And also, guys, I think I have said quite a few things, and as well as to our beautiful Mrs. South Africa finalists. Both of them, and we've got Miss Mpumalanga, First Princess, all the way from Mpumalanga. Mentees. Yes, she's mentored by Eulender. Like I said, Miss Tanzania yesterday. I was shaking with you. How I wish at my teen years I had someone that said, "What are you doing with your life?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I said, "Come here, let me show you the way." She's doing that, like I said. So for me, it was fit that we discussed finding your purpose with her. She was the right person to tell us, how do you find the purpose at my age? I'm 31 years old, I'm still not thinking. I think I have found my purpose, but I am not sure. You get what I mean? So, and I remember there are words that Devon said this other time, that when you are operating within your purpose, glitches and mistakes, they work in your favor. You could be traveling, but if it's your purpose, your magic, girl, ubang Beyonce stage usukume uwile usukume sichela kanje you get, because she is operating within a purpose in that person. So we are going to welcome all our speakers to the stage, guys, and yeah. Thank you. We've got the gorgeous Ngalaki. I call her, you guys, I'm gonna be that girl. I call her our South African Lupita. Yeah. Lupita, Chelsea, not Nyong'o, right? Yeah. She's Chelsea. Yeah. Chelsea. Yeah. Our very own leg, guys.
Yes.
An African image.
Yes, definitely.
She is the founder of Africa.
I win.
I'm the founder of Africa. Just being on the language I like.
Blessings accepted.
Thank you.
You receive.
We've got another one here. Don't
Oh, I would. It's very
and we've got Miss Tamsi. I call her Tamsi, guys. Tamsi. Yes. Tamsi. Introducing this song. But you also welcome ladies to introduce the song because this is going to be something that we all get engaged to. When you want to speak, you are most welcome to try to hi ladies. My name is Nanni, and this is what I believe in. And we would like to give a platform to the founder of the founding Nanni. Oh, the platform. Tell us why we are here. Tell us why you brought us here in our busy schedules.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you guys look stunning. You look gorgeous. And I really appreciate you guys for being here. Hey? It's an honor for me that you graced me. Because when it all started, it was more about finding my own purpose in the dark moment. When I started my journey, I'm a twin first. I've always been in the shadow and the cracks. I didn't understand what my purpose was because I always thought I was gonna be forgotten because my sister is the one that stands out. Not because I was timid or not because I was not thinking about what I wanted to be in life or what I wanted to do. Can I please stand, ladies?
Yes.
I'm very, I project my voice when I'm standing. And I think because my mother's a teacher, I just took it out from her from talking with him. When I sunk into depression, that will talk when we speak about Shiva Shama at the end. I didn't know what my purpose is. When I realized that, in fact, it was when I had forgotten my purpose as a young child, when I took life for what it was, when I wanted the ends of the lives and wanting to be the great of all and the master of everything. That's when I think God humbled me and said, I wanted you to remember what you wanted to be and the purpose that I've instilled in your life. For me, I feel purpose is not about saying I can do one thing. It's a layered thing. It's a multifaceted layer where when you start as a child, if you can all remember, at maybe 13-year-old, you were thinking about passing matric. That was your passion, because where there's passion, there's purpose. You wanted so much that when you passed your matric, you could go to the next best university that you wanted to go. That was your passion, and in turn made it a purpose that was the first entry of what you wanted to be out of life. We never truly become a living purpose. We become a living purpose when we die and we leave our hands to God to come and judge us. I'm very spiritual, so you will connect it with how you connect with it. When we're born with our hands closed. Some of us have to be smacked so that we cry out loud. We're telling the world we are here. We're telling the world that we need to tell you guys what our God-given talent is about. It is sad when you see an older person when they die, they worry, they talk. Not because they didn't live life, but because they didn't live their purpose. It is sad when you see someone from the age of 70 and they said, I wish I had. Not like I've done it and I'm happy and now I can die peacefully. Now I'm just living my golden life and waiting. The reason why I wanted to make sure that people start learning how to live with purpose, it's when I realized my own babe, when I realized that me and her journeying in her purpose, I reignited my purpose. I realized that I needed to make people happy. And for me, making people happy was usher them with whatever opportunity that I can give them. Be it standing in a podium talking. Be it me taking them somewhere and it doesn't even benefit me. Because a purpose doesn't have to benefit you to serve it. You serve a purpose for a reason. Life needs to be journeyed on. You can answer other people and they can never acknowledge you. You've done your purpose. Live and continue. Do what you need to do. If you don't, you're never gonna know. So that's how I started my finding the purpose of Eulender Nanni. Because every year I find my purpose. It's a new baby. Miss Eulender and Miss Eulender was a new baby last year. It was my purpose. Mrs. South Africa, when I joined, it was also a purpose because I rediscovered it in December of the other year. I said I wanted to make a platform in Joburg for women that are in my community in Bushbuckridge to see that you can come from the place where no one wants to be seen or mentioned when they walk in. I'm a girl from a small, like rural place, but when I go there, there's people that I speak of. There's a lot of people that I can mention their names that I've impacted in life. There's a fashion show next week. I'm a host. She is from where she's seen my footsteps and she walked. Yesterday there was a lady that did outfits. She was one of the finalists. She's an ambassador. Have a purpose that will serve somebody else and not you. The rest will follow. Other people will serve you. That is why finding Eulender with Nanni came about.
So basically what I'm picking up here, right, is that it was more, I'm just going to be honest guys, I guess we live and we learn.
Yeah.
Again, finding a purpose was about me. You get what I mean? Yes, not in A. It was me doing the finding sometimes, am I wrong? It was me looking at faith in the mirror.
Which is also important.
Hey, looking at faith in the mirror and being like, you know what, girl, what's happening? What are you doing? But you just mentioned something so important. I think normally you can agree with me being a teacher, sis Guti. You know you touch lives every day. It's not about you. When you wake up with the mind or a mentality, you want to better someone's future as a professional teacher. You are not a professional teacher, and yet you're touching on having a purpose. God brought you here not to better yourself, but to better the person next to you. Bearing in mind that I might get to be, to be in a situation where this person speaks on my face, or I can't acknowledge you get it, you are ruler. So, but you stated something so important, even with myself, like I'm saying with it. I was about that, not to say I was selfish, but I was about that. Yes, I am gunning to finding my purpose. I am gunning to know why God brought me into this world before I can say, how can I help you? Are you okay? Can I give you the baton to, because also, I think it's also when you mention that, it's about that, passing on the baton. She passed on the baton to her. You get it. She's far, I think they are triple age apart.
She's my baby. She's told me she's a baby.
And that is actually, that is good. That is good. And thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Can I interrupt? Because I'm going to speak about, I'm going to be vulnerable with you guys, but I'm going to let other people first do it. Correct. Yeah.
Now people first do it.
Yeah.
I told you you're bad with it. I told you.
I'm bad with words, Nana. Like for me, let's say she's blunt.
Yeah.
Everything I say, it's not to hurt maliciously or anything. I know it's gonna be a hurtful experience that you guys are gonna live with me. I get emotional. I don't wanna miss my makeup. There's still people that make it up. I want her to share her poem that she's listening. And I'm gonna walk away when she says it.
Why do you think you cry?
Because I'm gonna be emotional. Am I allowed to be emotional?
No, you're not. How you are not?
Oh guys, we are all allowed to do whatever.
Oh my word.
See, she's making me cry.
I think we should get the box of Kleenex
in the car.
What the box of keys in the car?
Afternoon, ladies.
Hello.
Sorry, like me. For those who don't know me, I'm Logan Munare. I was born and bred in a village called Majembeni, located in the Mapulaneng region of the Mpumalanga province, commonly known as Bushbuckreach. I am a proud Mapulana. For those who don't know it, it's a Creole.
Oh yes,
Yeah. It's a mixture. In Bushbuckreach, we have this unique and special language called Sipulana, a mixture of Tonga, we have some Xhosa words, Siswati, we have a mixture. So yeah, I want to share my story through a poem. So just to give you guys an idea of how I got to meet Mrs. Eulender, I was still in high school, and as I told you ladies who were here earlier on that I got bullied back in high school. I was told that I looked like a boy, I was not pretty enough. Where I come from, Majembeni, it's known for shoplifting. People there, who am I, to dream of being Miss Universe one day? And then I saw this lady here. She's my pastor. I don't know if it's the little prophet's pastor's kid, but so I saw her. I was like, "Hello, I like how she does it now. I like how she, And I went to her. So from all of that, I got to learn that purpose, it gets fueled by passion, and passion, it takes the fears away. Because I was so young, but I was like, I'm gonna, hold on to her. And come a very long way. Yeah, we come a very long way. And I got to realize that there's power in women believing in each other.
Oh yeah.
There's power instead of women have it within themselves to make amazing things. Make incredible things. Only if we can stop tearing each other down. We don't have to compete. Fixing another queen's crown doesn't darken your lights. You can still shine while helping the other one to shine. Without any waste of time, I will share my poem. Holding on to goals of long dead relationships. Holding on to goals of long dead relationships. Highs hanging onto the face, exposing graves that you carry within yourself. Tombstones marking relations that died before they could even begin to exist. Headful remarks set to question your own worth. The genesis of everything dates back to my childhood years, where I had an encounter with this feeling, this aberrant feeling. I find words very limiting. Where do I even begin to explain? Right at the meltdown of my relationship with food, I watched years pass me by with my very own self. I lost weight with the interest of living life. So I helplessly hang on to self-doubt to keep company. Then I knew I was not alone. I was not on my own when I couldn't stand my own presence in empty rooms. So I held on to self-doubt to keep me company. In the process, I found myself holding hands with depression. We embarked on a journey so far away, a journey of the mind. I found myself upon arrival. Excuse me. Upon arrival, we gained acquaintance with feelings of anxiety, feelings of rejection. And like dust, we hit a rock bottom. But like dust, we rose. It was in the dark space wherein I got to discover my power. It was in the dark space wherein I got to discover how strong I am. See, with purpose, you go through pain, with purpose you go through rejection, with purpose you go through criticism, with purpose you go through fire. But like diamond, the very same fire is not meant to destroy you, but it is meant to keep you. It is meant to shape you. It is meant to make you be the precious jewel that you are set out to be. I went through depression, and yes, it chooses no color, no age, no background, no religion, but it doesn't define me. I went through depression, but I am more than that depression. I stand so tall. I am this young woman who was fearfully woven from the deep souls of the earth into being this amazing person. So whatever that you are going through right now, it is not meant to kill you, but it is meant to keep you. It is not meant to destroy you, but it is meant to make you strong. How will you know that you are strong when you haven't went through all the darkest spaces? I stand here as a young person. I stand here as a 21-year-old girl, telling you that whatever that you might be going through today, because I know as women we go through the most, and we are even afraid to tell our sisters because they might use the very same thing to tear us down. I am here to tell you that it's a journey. Trust the process. That's how we get to find our purpose. That's how we get to discover our strength. That's how we get to have the platform to shine. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get too emotional.
Yeah. That's a mouthful, right? I also found my purpose of going back to what I wanted to do as a child. Mina, when I started wanting to make people happy, I wanted to make sure that when it's Mother's Day, Father's Day, or when it's International Kids Day, I could make cards, I could pick flowers at my mom's garden. I could make sure that I want people to be happy. That was my purpose, and I could see it and I could interpret it at my age. And I lost it. I lost it when I was a teenager because I wanted to be cool. I wanted to have the tattoos, I wanted to have the tankia things, and I wanted it all. And I was a rebel because I wanted to show my parents that I'm an individual. They allowed me, even if they started speaking against it, but they allowed me to flourish like that so that I can understand my destiny, because they saw my destiny without me realizing my destiny. I can project myself when I speak. They saw that. I'm emotional to connect with people. They saw that. I'm real with myself. They saw that. I want people to live in their purpose. I want you, when you take pictures, you take it with passion and it shows in that picture. I want that when you make somebody's face beat, you make it with a purpose, because you were created for that. And when you leave, that person is changed. I realized today that when I did my makeup at a different person, it's because I needed to get a testimony. She's living a purposeful life. Because what she said to me was, I don't know you, but you have something great that people need to know. And I got emotional. That's why I was late, because she had to restart my face and my head. Purpose lived is a life fulfilled. Even if you can live for 5 years after you've discovered it, you would have done everything in your might. Live a purposeful life. If you sing to the top of your voice, if you're a poet, speak words that will build, because a purposeful life is a life which is well lived. When I journeyed on, I never knew that kids would look up to me. It forced me to change the way I was doing things, because I knew I was someone who needs to fulfill their purpose. I'm a teacher. We are teachers without us realizing. Somebody follows you. If you stray in whatever you need to do, you are straying someone's purpose. And what if in the dying moment, all of us, we're going to see all their faces? Because God wants us to know that you actually derailed someone's purpose. You meet people not by chance. It is a divine ordained purpose. When somebody says a hi to you, if you need to speak to them, do not hold yourself. Let them reject you because they would have done it on their own accord. If you feel you need to acknowledge somebody for what they're doing, let them be. If you have to give a person a platform and you think they're going to be bigger than you are, it means you needed to give them that platform to be bigger than you are, because it's not about you. Life is not about me. Life is about fulfilling a purpose that maybe someone here might need to be hearing the words so that we have a future female president. And it is up to us to live a purposeful life. From the day you were born, you started living your life. You derail in and out of your purpose without realizing. As I speak here, we all know what is it that we need. Someone is passionate about cooking, and can I tell you, it is not about your cooking. It is about when somebody walks in a restaurant and say, I want to eat Chef's Banban's food. I feel all good inside, wholesome. They're serving their purpose. And when they know, they'll be able to interpret what needs to be interpreted to them in their food. When you walk, if you're a model, the way you step, you inspire somebody. That is your purpose. It doesn't mean if I'm speaking, somebody else must speak too. No. Sometimes being present. An example, the guy's been here. I am well. I used to be a panicky person. Today, I slept in the car. It was the first time I was in my thoughts because somebody said, I will take care of this. It is not about me. I don't know what their journey is. I don't know their purpose. Maybe you'll find out from them. What is your purpose? Mandela said in 1995, if we can dream of a beautiful South Africa, we can actually have goals to attain it. Are we attaining our goals to make this South Africa beautiful? We are in COVID-19. Have we ever asked ourselves that God is bringing some disease, whether made by people who are saying it, or it is airborne, or it's just a disease that is trying to teach us a lesson? What are we doing today to change it? What is our purpose in it? When we end the year, what are we going to say about it in terms of our purpose? Did we impact somebody in COVID-19, or did we wallow and cry ourselves with, oh my God, I lost my business? So many of us have lost businesses, have lost money. Do we cry? No. I only get emotional when I speak about my passion. That's it. We don't cry. Some of you here lost a lot of great deal of income and employees that you never wanted to lose. You here stepped forward because you wanted your purpose to be fulfilled. You can't have one purpose. You outgrow your purpose as you fulfill it. So don't let stereotype or criticism or people saying, Namuhla you are speaking, tomorrow you are in the MC, Nini you are this. A purpose is outgrowing another purpose. When you figure out what you need to add on what you're supposed to be doing, that's you outgoing from that purpose of yours which was owned. And you go into the new one. And who knows, it might stand in two days or 3 years or 10 years. But when that day comes, it's gonna change you. You like it or not. People die when they are young. Sometimes we often say it's because of their lifestyle. It is the journey that they want to venture in. And life says, this is what you want, this is what I'm going to offer you. Let us show life what we want, to live a purposeful, driven life.
The whole yeah, this one deserves a whole, guys.
Everybody's buying.
Wow. I'm lost for words, but the show must continue. Thank you so much, Tish. Thank you so much for this platform. I'm so privileged and happy to be part of this, you know. And now we're going to guys, if you want to add, I did say this is a platform for everyone. Yeah? Everyone that has a suggestion, whatever. I told you that this is not my forte. I'm just here, you know, doing what I think I'm trying my best to do. So if you guys feel like adding on something like Uti, when how would you tell us your story? How did you find your purpose, or if you still yet to find your purpose, like how did it go about? It's open for everyone that wants to to add on to that. If you want to add, and then the reason why I'm not saying that I'm one person when I'm there after her speaking, I believe Guti one would say you get what I mean. It's not a matter of, but the moment you want people to say something, like the moment you tell a person to go wash the dishes, they feel good to know ways. So, but umuntu umniketa lento yokuthi aphakamise isandla ukuthi hearing what you said about this, I'm thinking of where I'm coming from with my journey. Me now saying to you guys, add something. Kuyoba ngathi semushwa. Umuntu vele kuyoba nalento leyo ukuthi uthukile and it's off guard. You understand? I believe ukuthi yona le purpose esikhuluma ngayo, it pushes you over the edge. You find yourself standing. You find yourself saying or wanting to say something without me and without anyone for an opinion. So the whole platform, the whole intimacy was for that. Was for us to vent. To say, listen guys, I lost everything. I happen to be one of those people who lost everything. And this is my story. So other than that, the platform is open for everyone. For as long as it's not going to story.
So just to add on what Eulender said, she mentioned that you know your purpose from young. And I 100% believe that is true. From a very young age, the little that I can remember about my childhood, because I've blocked quite a lot of trauma to a point that I don't remember most, like 80% of my childhood. So the little that I can remember comes every now and then. I, like many ladies, suffer from depression and anxiety. Yes, I don't look like that because I'm shadow, right? Yeah. But to be honest, yes. And I have had a relapse. I've had it under control for 10 years. And this year, 4 weeks back, I had a relapse. So, something that I've combated for 10 years, now I have to again take big steps. As old as I am, a mother of 3, a mentor, I've got a lot of mentees that look up to me. They can't see me broken. She just knows I hate to be broken in front of people. When she told me she wants to hear about my story, I shouted. She knows I'm loud. I shout about everything. Like everything. I shouted, I'm like, no, you want people to see me cry? I'm not gonna do that. You're mad. I'm shadow. This, that. But you get me now. So, going back to that, my purpose is to make women look beautiful. To actually make you look beautiful from inside out. It's not the makeup that I put on your face, it's the conversation that I have with you when you visit my salon. When I opened my salon 4 years ago, Moments, he asked me, why Moments when we're looking for a name? I'm like, because it's the moments that I give the ladies that matter to me now. And I'm gonna name it Moments ABC because it's infinity to me. I can do whatever to these ladies. My market, my biggest market, ladies, is the ladies that sell their bodies. When they are with me, they are not ladies that sell their bodies, they are human beings. From a young age, I knew I wanted to impact those lives. That was my purpose, specifically them. From the age of 15, I started shaving off my eyebrows, and I would have more eyebrows, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what do I do now? Then I saw an eyebrow pencil and I did magic. I would have snakes on my face. I would have candles. I didn't care. At some point, I even enjoyed the one strip. You know the ones, the McDonald's. I did things. I would chop half. I would chop all. I would chop the bottom, I would chop the top. Hey, Biggie Bees. Biggie Bees. Some of us have been there. Don't worry. Long guy, for us in here. 12, getting into teenagehood, I forget that. You start focusing on you. I look like a boy. I went through what she went through. I look like a boy. I grew up so poor. My mother couldn't afford for me to do hair. So we would often chop it off. I chop it off. Boyfriend dumps me. You're too ugly. You look like a boy. Now, what is going to happen? Two boys are away. When your hair grows back, call me. We'll get back to me. I didn't even realize that affected me. And it actually did for a really, really long time. It affected me because every time you would cheat with another woman, to me, it's she's better than me.
Yeah.
You know? And if I ask, why Mohani's? Don't you see Mohani's is lighter than me? She's beautiful. But I want to get the back burner. Wow, okay, Mohani's is beautiful. It's fine, I'll be the back burner. And then comes Eulender, but Eulender looks like me. She's short. Can't you see? You don't know if you're tall or short. What are you? Oh, okay. Alright, fine. Then what about Zama? Zama, you know, go. No, you're too dark. I can't take you anywhere. Okay. You go in and out. You forget about the passion. To me now, another woman became a threat to me. It wasn't about beautifying you. It wasn't about making you feel good about you. You are a threat. And because you are a threat, I will destroy you. I became bitter. That passion that I wanted so much, I took it and became an enemy. It was anger that drove me. And any woman that came my way, I made sure I destroyed you. I will be your friend, but baby, I am stabbing you in the back. When I'm done with you, you'll say to Nanni, hit my life. That is what they called me, Nanni. Going to college, I met a very short, my friend never short. Is it?
There you go.
I met a friend and she was very short from Himalaya. Flora's dad, I still can't say that name. Flora's dad.
Somewhere.
So my friend came there. Here I am with my brows. Here's some other girls. We're like a group of 5. This other girl was from Rustenburg. One was from Venda. Then it's me, the Mulubelu girl, and then Unaniko, who was from Limpopo, Polokwane side. Okay, comes this other one from Florida, down short, confidence down. The rest of us would like makeup, you know, we're trying this thing called love, right? So I'm like, oh, you can be my friend. She's like, well, why? You're so beautiful. I'm like, I don't see that. You can be my friend. I took her in, I'm like, you're changing your outfit, your whole wardrobe. I was like, what about the gym? The skinny gym. And then, go tweezer. A friend from Rustenburg. Makeup. Also, she was saying, yeah, this summer. Okay, what makeup? How do I make up? So, and I transformed her. She loved what she looked like, and I was happy. So the purpose was now being reunited. You know, every woman that I would see, I'm like, hey man, actually, have you tried a yellow one, man? I wonder how I did so. So along life, I also lost that again. Depression hits. Now you're depressed. I'm losing my mother. I'm losing my brother. I'm losing the people that really matter to my life. I become bitter again. Go to life. Now I start seeing people with lashes. There's things there. There's a video that I did. It's got over 100,000 views. Ma'am, I am talking about this thing there. How cheap these things are. Ma'am, the first time I saw a lady with these lashes, I broke her. I'm like, I'm sure when I'm doing this show, I know you don't see anything. And she's like, no, I actually see clearly. I'm like, no, you can't. You're so fake. You can't see clearly with that fakeness on your face. And today I can't live without these things. This is my, I've got shapes, directions, born, Alice.
So basically, very good to now.
So fast forward this year, when my depression hit, I knew something was burning me. It's burning. Something was burning me, and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I came home from the doctor. I said to my husband, I'm resigning. It's like I'm ready. I've been waiting for it. I went to the office and I said to them, I am resigning. But Anna is dying. Kawati's been born. I am resigning. They thought I was crazy. The boss asked to speak to me the following day. He found me eating my pap. Everybody knows me. I love pap and meat, guys. I don't do croissant. They give me a rice honey. I eat pap. So anyway, that's my story. The boss says to me, "You made the right choice. You don't belong here." And I know that when you follow your passion, you will succeed. I said to him, "Thank you. I don't think there's anything that corporate can teach me anymore. I have learned all I had to learn in the past 8 years. The past 8 years of my life, I have been riding the wave of corporate and I had gotten where I am. I was the only black female in my team. I was the only female in my team. I had gotten to where I wanted to be. I'm going to post a picture. You will see what I mean. I was the only female. That was my goal. In a male-dominated industry, I will sit in the boardroom with the males and I will help them make their decisions. I had gotten there finally this year, and I took it all away for purpose. My salon is open. My ladies come that people don't see with their ladies. I make them feel beautiful, and they even pay extra just because of that feeling. I was late today. Remember, I said to him like I'm late. I had a lady that refused. She's like, "No, Gabi, no. You are going to do my lashes. You're going to tint me, and you're going to put makeup on me. I have an event." I'm like, "But I also have an event." It's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, babe, sit down." 3 hours I took, and I gave her everything that she needed. Just to ever be my friend. I knew since I was a child, because my purpose is to make women feel beautiful from the inside out. The moment that I'm gonna be with them. With me, it's not about how you look when you leave my salon. It's about the moment that I was with you, what I have impacted you with in that moment.
Wow.
It's a mobile salon, so ladies, if you call us, I will come. But if you are in Primrose, you are more than welcome. It's in my home, so you will come in my home. That is the beauty about everything, because I let you into my personal space and I connect with you. I'm also on a journey to be a healer, so there are certain things that I will actually connect with you on a deeper level than just a normal eyebrow technician or an eyelash technician. So what my aim is also to empower you. Don't just leave my salon beautiful, be empowered to do something about your life and the next person's life that goes up to you.
Wow. So we get to call you any time of the day, if available.
If available. If you want me to come to Mpumalanga, ladies, get me 10 clients. I will drive one. Speedy Gonzalez will be there, show me for money, and I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Buroto. I am
It makes the thing. Lapho siyabanenkinga.
Buroto. I was like,
Hey,
okay.
that's powerful.
Yeah.
You don't play. So, guys, wow, I'm so like I'm shaking because I'm surrounded by such greatness. You understand it? I always preach alignment. Alignment is very important. You know, me and her, how we met, it's very. It's a small story. We both love reading. You know, I love having my one Tunyana Council, and I think she loves me more. She loves reading more than I do, I think. But we both have a connection of some sort that keeps us, you know, connected. You know, I would say things that I was actually looking at myself in the mirror talking about when I'm with her. It is true alignment. I speak Swahili if ungalong.
Are we hearing her as she projects what you mean? Okay, the next thing she's saying about we are all missing it.
Yeah, I want you guys. See, are we capturing? Yeah. Must I speak guys. You know, have you ever been to a place where you get in when you guys go to yo? Where was I going?
Yeah.
And then you even go to the toilet, you look at yourself, this guy. You know, and then like the way now, by your
Yeah.
and it makes you even feel good. You actually do not belong. It's nothing personal. I always tell people good in life there is nothing personal. Really, don't take things personal. It's a matter of good to it's my place, it's not my place. I relate, I don't relate. You know, we still see each other in the streets. Say, girl, you look good. You get what I mean. So I think the alignment, it's about that. You connect with a person at a certain level. You should know. You know, you ladies were all in the Mrs. South Africa journey.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure I'm seeing other two faces, if not one, besides you, Sissy. You know, yeah. I'm seeing three. I'm seeing that you guys are here.
We got a Beyonce
The true women empowerment, I think she preached on earlier. You know, sometimes we see it's not a matter of us competing.
Yeah.
They were in a competition.
Yeah.
You know, and yet now, trust me, a day, like we said, guys, chalete, buroto, whatever, we don't play. My time also, we don't play. I'm even sleeping when I'll decline you and say I'm busy. Yes. I'm that girl. Like, it's my time. It's my time. You get what I mean? But the fact you're going to be, I get it here. Something that women nowadays, we hardly do.
Yeah.
She looks gorgeous in her hair. Nice, you know, black and white and yellow. I'm looking at her and she kept telling me. I'm like, but no, being the woman that I am, being the woman that we are today. We don't want to do that. We feel good the moment I shine a light, mine is being taken away.
It's brighter. It's brighter.
Hey, Nanni, to add to her, Nanni, at some point I was a tsunami in my life. I didn't want to utter anything positive. You know, I would look at you, you know, there will be plenty of things I could pick up and say, beautiful shoes and walk away.
But no, I was gonna say, why do you choose such high things? Can you even walk in those things? But you know, Gabati, you want them. One thing Gabati is very, oh, these are my favorite heels. Like color. I'm waiting, guys, for social media to go crazy with the things that I just said here. I'm waiting. Tsunami is just waiting. Just support me when they come out. Understand? It was a journey.
It happens. And I think
No, social media.
Logan wants to add on something. I'm done with what I was saying also.
I feel Uti, all of us, okay, if not all, some, we have that phase where we become Nanni. And personally for me, it taught me, because I was that Nanni as well, it taught me that hurt people hurt people.
Yes.
So I am one person who, if I walk in a room full of ladies, they make me feel small. I'm like, I instead of retaliating, I like give you a hug. Because if you're happy with yourself, if you're content, you don't make other people feel small. So whatever that us being good to Nanni, I feel it was a learning curve.
It was necessary. It needed to happen because also, if you are necessary to me now, oh baby, I'm gonna fix you. I will brainwash you to believe in you. Like I am so horrible like that. If you are horrible towards me, to me, you are a lost case. Like my husband says, I can't save the world. He calls me Mama Africa. Come to me and be horrible. I'm going to adopt you away to
Why did you say when she said I'm
This whole African
thing?
for
Like you were saying no to it. You remember?
I need to turn up, guys, to share. I forgive her.
You forgive me.
Forgive me, child. I did not know what I was doing.
So yeah, guys, I think it all boils down to that. It all boils down to also praying to God. I know, pray to whatever that you believe, or there's a certain Kanye Domo used to say there is that power that we all feel is within us. You know, when I get power, man, like you know what's not I'm the girl. I don't eat the babs.
Yeah.
I eat the rice.
It's the rice.
Yeah, you get what I mean. Believe in that power. Call upon that power. Listen, it will be there. You know, I believe in God. She believes in something else. She believes in something else. And when we gather, we all make magic. You get what I mean? It all boils down to that. You see, call upon those things that you call. You see, listen, survive in 2020.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why am I here? I lost 15 people who also had plans. Just like I did. You see, tomorrow I'm waking up, I'm going to work. Or I'll be taking care of my kids in the next coming few days type of situation. Whether you are here, you've got your full ears and toes and everything. You look good. You are dressed. You've got shelter. Why can't we, instead of us looking forward to our deaths, look forward to the day God says,
There's your purpose.
this is the reason why I called you on earth.
Yes.
This is the reason why I want you to exist amongst the people that you are existing around. Because it's not by chance that I am close to her. It's not a chance also that I also know you. You know, I'm getting to know you today. I'm meeting you today. I'm a firm believer of a vision, you know, waiting for the appointed time, where the book of Habakkuk says, every single vision is for the appointed time.
Yeah.
Yes, you've had your purpose, or you've had an idea, would see, okay, now I've discovered what I want to do with my life, or I feel God is giving me that sense of light. Shigi, tomorrow you want to conquer the world. Yes, you can conquer the world, but with an understanding. Would see, it will wait for the appointed time. It will take in time to propel you into the person that God wants you to be. Earlier on, I also preached, Buti, you know what? It's funny how we pray for certain things, and yet when you get that thing, you don't know how to handle it. And if it's through God's glory, trust me, you child, He will not give you. He will sharpen you. He will make sure that He breaks you.
Yes.
Until when they see you, they see His glory.
Yes.
Because now, it's just a matter of us saying, wow, God is doing what we are glorifying God. The reason why God is not even getting there is because we are still glorifying God. God wants you to be vulnerable. I always say there is power in being overlooked.
Yes.
Every single person He blessed, your Moses was a starter when told him. God made sure He appoints him. You get what I mean? Your David was promiscuous. Not because he's super promiscuous.
Yeah, it's just the flaws they have.
It's the flaws. You know, I don't know what you feel you are lacking in order for you to invoke to your purpose. Trust me, you're not lacking it. You just need to call upon the power. Would you touch me? Because you're you know, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna hand it over to my girl, Tammy.
Hi, ladies. You guys are gorgeous. Beautiful. I'm the calm in the sea, you know, especially when I have to serve purpose. Usually the calling becomes heavy on me, and I become that calm, deep part of the ocean. So I'm not a shy person, but when I have to deliver, it just gets, you know. Noma Tamsaka, guys. Noma Tamsaka, Sinesi Ponduli. I am from Pumalanga, Gomazi. I am empowering specialist. I don't say motivational speakers. I'm an empowering specialist because I don't know, it's more than motivation. Empowering is after the motivation, what happens.
Yes.
You know? I have a brand called RedStrip. We now have an online talk show, the RedStrip. Talk Show on Facebook. You can go look at it. We've had 11 episodes first season. The reason why Let Truth Be Told was created was to create or to improve the quality of life by creating a positive mindset through motivation and mentoring and just supporting. You know, it's really an honor to be here, Eulender. Thank you very much for having this. Ladies, I'm hearing purpose. You discover it from when you were young. But I want to take you back to before you were flesh, you were spirit in the heavens. Before you was your purpose.
Yes.
God had a purpose and needed somebody to carry it to earth.
Yes.
I want you to imagine all of us were spirits like this. And then God created your purpose as it stands and said, who is ready? And you said, I am. So, purpose is something that you are born with. You are here because of purpose. You say you discover it at a young age because sometimes as you grow, it comes as a whisper through your thoughts, your passions, the things that you find interesting. But all that is because it's within. It's something that is there. And we have so many stories to tell on how we found